Hello Aries, this is your November 15th to November 1st to November 15th, 2016 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot again. I still haven't found the box, but I thought it was a great deck, and I still love it, so I'm going to keep using it. And for the advice cards, the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. One of her older decks that I very much love, so I thought I'd use that. Alright, you know what, I got that as overall energy, so we're going to put that at the top. As usual, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so let's go forward with that. Now this is interesting, because I'm already getting that this is about relationships. Okay. What is happening here with all these crazy cards? Okay. So I got these here and here. Before I end up putting out the whole deck, let's just start reading. Your overall energy is the sun. Great card. This is like having good times, fun times in the sun, just joy all over the place. So I feel like the majority of this, or like the overall feel of this, is good. So like in your view, you're having a good time, you're happy. There's a couple bumps in the roads here with the card. Bumps in the road with the card here, with the cards. So I'm kind of interested, but I think I understand why. All right. As we go into this time frame around the November 1st, these cards kind of overlap, and this kind of sinks down to the past, which makes me feel like someone from the past, or hope about bringing somebody from your past back in, is kind of in your mind, and I feel like almost like somebody, like you bump into a lover from the past or somebody in the past that you had a crush on, and it kind of gives you hope that maybe, hey, maybe something could happen there, or maybe something could happen there again. Interestingly enough, right after this passes, I feel like you move on from it. And this card actually, the King of Swords, is right below it, which it makes me feel like you get some information and you just decide to move on. And it's almost like, I feel like the way the information comes across, you feel like, yeah, I'm glad I figured that. I'm glad I heard that, because I just want to skip past that. Like, it feels like it's like the information you get to get you to move past it works to your benefit, and you're just like thankful to hear it, and you're just like, I'm just going to move on. I don't know what's going on really, but it doesn't sound that great. I'm just going to move on. Better left in the past. Interestingly, as we go forward, then I feel like there's someone else that pops in. Someone else gets your attention. I feel like this is more of a date. I feel like this is really more of a date type situation, or like just possibilities coming your way, and you just kind of go on a date or two. This is very interesting, because I'm kind of getting, I was kind of like, how does that work? Because it feels like it doesn't really work out. Whoever you date, it doesn't really work out, and you just kind of like, it's not working. And I feel like because you have options, and I feel like that's kind of why, and I feel like you're kind of torn between options, and you're not really devastated. You're just kind of like, I don't know which way to go, but you're feeling good about what options you have. Keep in mind, if you're male or female, if you date male or female, these can be, don't get caught up in two females here. Doesn't mean, it could be two males you have choices over. You could, it just means there's more than one choice. But it also, High Priestess and Empress, that's like really, that's excellent choices. That's like, not only do you have more than one choice, but you're just like, I have more than one really great choices. And I feel like one of the reasons your kind of hands are tied is actually going towards the future for you. Excuse me. One of the reasons you kind of feel your hands are tied is because you're just like, so many good options. Like, which one do I choose? Like, it's really, you have a lot of great options around you. I feel like people around you are like, actually no, I'm thinking it's more, we're just I think we're just reiterating that you have more options. I don't think there's people around you that have all these options. I feel like it's you, and you're just kind of like having a dreamy moment, like this could go that way, or this could go that way, or I could see, you know what I mean? Like, which way do I want to go? I really feel as we get to the end of it, you're just like, so many options, so many options. Let me pop out some advice cards. This is going to go right over them. I'm going to keep that face down just for now. This is there. That always means social time to me. Okay. I'm like card drunk. I just want to keep flipping cards. We're going to stop with the flipping and just so I can read, and then if we need more, they'll come. I find that, you know, if I just slow down and read, if the information comes out, we won't need more cards. Alright, now, in the beginning part where I said somebody comes back from the past and you just, the hope is there, but then you get more information and decide to move on from it, that's your advice. Like, when someone from the past shows up, and it's either a crush from the past or someone you had a relationship in the past with, or however that comes about for you, the advice is to like let it sit for a minute and just wait for more information to come to you, because it's not really what you want. And I feel like it's more of like a settling of the past. Like when you look back and you're like, oh, I had a crush on this person, or oh, I wish that would have worked out. More information. This whole purpose for this person to pop back in at the moment is for you to get more information and to realize that wasn't the one for you. That was not the match for you. And I think that's just what this card is reiterating. Like, take a breath. Like, I have some Aries in my chart, so I can kind of relate to this. When someone from the past comes back and you kind of have that urge to like, hey, let's hang out or something like that, just make sure it's just a casual thing. Make it casual so you just can kind of go either way, and then if it kind of falls to the side, then it's fine if it falls to the side. Just take a moment, just make it casual, just catching up type situation. Keep it like a, oh, let's just catch up situation, just so you can see what's happening, because the whole point is for you to realize someone from the past that either it didn't work out with, or someone you had a crush on in the past that it just stayed as a crush, but now you're like, oh, here's my opportunity to bring them back in my life, or to actually make good on that crush. The information just coming, so you realize, you know what, that wasn't the right one for you. And not that person is bad or has bad things, just like you're going to see that it's just not a match for you. That's the point. So you can just see that you're like, that's not what I want. That's not where I'm going. That's the whole point. Because then it kind of goes into the future. Like, I really feel like this is a date, and I feel like you might be going on more than one date, especially with the High Priest and Empress up there, like, because it's a date, but then you're like, oh, so many options, like, what do I choose, like, what do I want? When that Nine of Swords comes in, usually people are like, really, like, they feel really tied and bound, and like, I don't know, like woe is me. They usually feel like that. I don't feel like this is a woe is me. This is the kind of like, what way do I go? Which way do I choose? Like, so many good options. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's like still feeling stuck, like really still feeling bound, but it's like, if you're going to be bound, that's the good way to be. Like so many options, so many good options. I'm now going to flip this card that's on the High Priestess and Empress, because I'm curious yeah, okay. So we got Heaven is watching over you, which really makes me feel like you can't make a bad choice. Wow, I mean, it's good to be you. I hope whoever this is working out for, and I hope it's a lot of you, because this is a general read, like, what a great position to be in. It's like basically saying, whichever way you choose, like, I feel like, and I also feel like this is coming through strongly, make sure it stays just dates. You know, that's important. Like, if something goes a little farther, not that whoever you choose won't understand that, but I feel like it'll be better for you, like internally, like emotionally, deep down, you'll be happier if you just keep it like a date. Maybe like, you know, kissing or something like that's one thing, but like, just be careful how far you go, because if you choose that person, great, but if you don't, blah blah blah. If you do choose that person and you were still dating someone else, it's still, you might have a little bit of a emotional bump that might bother you. I'm just saying, in the longevity, I would keep it just be careful how far you go, just for your own happiness. That's all I'm saying. Definitely, it's up to you what you do. Because I feel like no matter what way you choose, you'll be fine. I feel like you might be a little tortured if no matter if you're male or female, or your partner's male or female, however that works out, but if you take it to like a sleeping together part with both of them separately, or however that works out. I'm thinking separately, whatever. I feel like that's gonna weigh on you, and if you hook up with both of them in different intervals and they don't know it, and then you're like, oh my god, I just did I screw up both of these chances? Like, I feel like that could come through for some of you. Like, try not to go there, try not to do that, but I feel like forgiveness is there. I feel like it'll be fine. Either way, it'll work out. I do feel like, though, if you're not careful and you put the cart before the horse, like, you're just going to be you're going to have a little emotional torture there. You're going to torture yourself a bit. But I'm still getting that it's going to work out for you. Honestly, it's funny. I feel like you're going to go through a few weeks after this, just, like, trying to weigh out things, which way do you want to go. But for overall, this is a good time for you. Definitely, if you're going to be stuck and bound, you want to have it in a good sense. Like, I have so many options. Which great option do I choose? It's better than the reverse, where you're just kind of like, oh my god, life is beating me down. That's not what I'm feeling here. I feel like there's just so many options. Most of you just two, but still two great options. Like, which way do I go? Do I go really great or really great? Really awesome choice or really awesome choice? And it's just like it feels like they're two different paths, and your life could go two different ways, and you're just like, which way do I really want? Because I feel like once you choose, you'll be good and on your way. So as I overview, however you want to do it, I feel like this whole time frame is great for you. It's really good. You're having a great time. Things from the past coming in just to remind you, why things didn't work out, and that's fine. And then you have options coming in the future. The whole advice thing is, though, be careful how far you take a relationship. Be careful how far you take a first date, second date, especially when you have more than one option. Even if you're going on this first date and you're just like, I just have one option right now. I'm telling you, another one's coming in. Just keep it, like, kissing is fine. A little huggy stuff. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Not in my mind anyway. You have to judge for yourself. But, like, just how far you go, because you're just going to mentally torture yourself. I'm just warning you ahead of time. All right. Of course, I'm looking forward to see the comments on this one. If you'd like to tell me, I'd love to know, of course. And if you'd like to have a personal reading for me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, and I'll help you out. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.